Last time, you have asked me about the hybridization, the types of hybridization. We have seen how SP, SP2, and SP3 are formed. And up to now, let us continue with SP3. SP3D hybridization. SP3 hybridization. In this case, it is clear that we have the contribution of S, 3p, and d orbitals, which are contributing in the formation of those hybrid orbitals. In order to understand this one, let us consider, for example, the formation of PCl5. This is the molecule which involves the hybridization of this type. In order to draw this one, we have first to write the electron configuration for this one, where Z is equal to 15. It is clear that I have 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. Those are the 15 electrons which are represented this way. Then the last shell that we use, it is made of, I have 3s, which is occupied by the 2 electrons, as it is clear here. And there is also p orbital, which is occupied by the 3 electrons. But we have a d subshell made of the d orbitals, which are empty. This one is 3s. I have this 3p, and then I have 3d, but 3d is not occupied in this case. Then, not just for phosphorus, to form the 5 bonds, as indicated in this molecule, it must arrange their atomic orbitals and distribute the 5 electrons that it has on the last shell, each one as a single electron. This is what you call hybridization, the intermixing, the mixing of the orbitals of different types, but the condition, they must come from the same energy level. In this case, you have energy level number 3. Then, after hybridization, there is a formation of the hybrid orbitals. And those hybrid orbitals, they are about 5. They are about 5 here. In this case, where there is a contribution of S, and there is a contribution of the p orbitals, and another one which is noted as D, where just we have S, P, 1, 2, 3, and D. The name just is noted as sp3d. Then we remain with the orbitals of D subshell, but which are not used, which are needed in the formation of this molecule. Then, up to now, each orbital, hybrid orbital, will be occupied by an electron, the 5 electrons which are on the last shell on phosphorus, and each one, it has the name of sp3d, which is considered as the name of the orbitals which are formed, the hybrid orbitals, depending on the contributing orbitals. In this case now, the chlorine just will come and attach. In this case, because the single electrons have been created, you see that there is a formation of PCl5 as the molecule. This is an arrangement which is done first in order to form this one. This sp3d is attributed to the bonds, so to the molecules with 5 bonds, or another type, just another number of bonds, but in addition to the lone pair, but in a way that they are about 5. We have only 5 electron pair around the central atom. The molecules just which are arranged in that way, the 5 electron pair around the central atom will be attributed just to sp3d hybridization in that case. The last one is what we call sp3d2 hybridization. sp3d2 hybridization. It is clear that there is a contribution of sp, 3 types of p, but we have now two types of d orbitals. To understand this one, let us also use an example, like let us use an example like SF6. The hybridization is done only by the central atom. In this case, all fluorine just are attached on S. Then electronic configuration of sulfur. I have sulfur with Z, which is equal to 16. In this case, I have 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 6, 3s2, then 3p4. The last shell of sulfur, it is occupied by 6 electrons. Then sulfur must mix its orbitals in order to create at least 6 hybrid orbitals, which will accommodate those 6 electrons but singly. In this case, what we do now, I have S, which is occupied by the 2 electrons. I have this one. I have also P, which is occupied by electron like this, and 1 electron in this case. This one is 3p, p4, and there is D, which is not occupied by any electron, but which can be used in the arrangement, which is known as hybridization, going to be done by sulfur. In this case, by carrying out this one, hybridization of sulfur, there will be a creation of the hybrid orbitals. Those hybrid orbitals, they are about 6. I have this one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here there is 6. It is made coming from S, from the p orbitals, but also there is here D. It is clear that you have 1s, I have 3p, and I have 2d. The reason why each one is called sp3d2. Each one just among those the formed one. Then there we remain just with the d orbital 3. Only 3 orbitals which are empty, which are not needed in the formation of this one. In this case, 1 electron will come and here, and then like this. It is clear that we have 6 electrons which are single. Then up to now, it is easy for F to come and attach in this way, like this, then like this one. There will be a formation of bond because fluorine has 1 electron on the outermost shell, which is going to contribute in the formation of the molecule, which is known as SF6. As we have just talked it previously, any molecule which will have the central atom surrounded by 6 electron pairs, either bonded or lone pair, we will attribute to it a sp3d2 hybridization, but it's just not commonly found because the molecules which can just form at least 6 bonds around itself, they are not just frequently obtained. Then, simply, when we talk about sp, in this case, I have also sp2, sp3, sp3d, and sp3d2. In this case, here I have just two bonds. In this case, here I will have at least three bonds. In this case, I have four bonds. They can be, for example, or three bonds plus 1 lone pair. It It is just clear in this case. You can even have just two bond and two bonds plus two lone pair. Yeah. In this case, the example here, four bonds like ammonia, like methane gas, CH4, 3 bond plus 1 lone pair like ammonia, 2 bond and 2 lone pair like water molecule, for example. They all just have the sp3 hybridization. In this case, I have at least 5. I have 5 bonds in general. I have 5 bonds. And for this one, I have at least 60 bonds. This is just the simple description of the types of the hybridization. I think just for more details, you will just use this explanation which is given to you. Then try just to read your books, your notebooks, in order just to get more. But this is very important in order just to understand well about the types of hybridization. Thank you very much.